Hi everyone! You will find a link to purchase this and other models at a discount in the description below the video. You can place your order right now. Quick heads up before we start. Today I'm doing a full screen recording instead of showing the tool on the bench. I know it's not as fun as a live teardown, but this way you still get the specs, the fitment notes, and the gotchas in one place. This is the timing gear holder retainer toolkit for Mercedes-Benz and Maybach engines in the M276 and M278 families.
Did you know that the best discounts on Amazon last only a few hours? That's why I launched 2 channels where I publish the highest discounts on Amazon products in real time every day. Follow the link in the description and subscribe to our Threads and Telegram channels right now to consistently save money on your everyday purchases.
If you're dealing with V6 or V8 twin-turbo models from the 2010s era, this is the kind of kit you'll see in pro shops for cam timing, chain, and phaser work. The point is simple. Hold the cam gears steady, lock timing, and keep everything from walking while you service chains, guides, or seals. On the listing page, you can see the core parts. A pair of gear-holding fixtures shaped to sit on the cam gears, matched bolts or pins to secure them, and usually a bridge or brace to stop rotation. Some kits add a crankshaft locking pin and a storage case. The fixtures are typically steel, marketed as hardened, with a black oxide or phosphate finish to fight rust. Threads look clean in the close-ups, and the edges are chamfered so they seat without shaving the gear teeth. Compatibility matters here. M276 is the V6, M278 is the V8. Both use cam phasers, both are tight near the front cover, and both can slip out of time if you release tension without locking the gears. This kit is shaped for those gear diameters and tooth profiles. The hold-downs line up with the gear spokes, so you can torque without tilting the fixture. If you fought a floating cam phaser before, you know why this matters. The workflow is straightforward. Bring the engine to the proper reference marks, install the crank lock if your kit includes it, or use a trusted method to keep the crank steady. Seat each fixture on its cam gear. Finger tighten the hardware, verify tooth engagement, then torque to spec so the gears can't move. At that point, you can release the chain tensioner, pull guides, or swap a phaser without losing index. When you reassemble, tension the chain, confirm alignment on both banks, and only then back off the fixtures. Build quality looks decent for the price tier. The plates appear thick enough to resist flex, and the finish should handle occasional shop use. That said, tolerances on budget kits can vary. Check for burrs, test fit before you rely on it mid-job, and never force a misaligned clamp onto the gear. If a bolt feels gritty, chase the threads and add a dab of oil. The goal is a solid seat with even pressure, not marks on the gear face. There are limits. This isn't a universal tool. If you're working on other Mercedes engines, M272, M273, later gen units, the geometry may be off. Also, expect tight clearances under the front cover. You might need to remove ancillary brackets to gain swing room for your wrench. Plan for that. Another point, the kit holds the gears. It doesn't replace a full timing toolkit. For a complete job, you still want alignment gauges, torque specs, a tensioner tool, and a reliable way to verify camshaft positions with the factory marks. What I like: purpose-built for M276 and M278, simple setup, no weird adapters, and it should cut down on the stress of keeping phasers steady while you work. The finish looks serviceable, and the case, if included, keeps pieces from walking off your cart. What could be better? Clearer engraving on each fixture would help, especially when you move fast between banks. A printed guide with torque values would be nice, and I'd prefer a known hardness rating listed in the specs. Who is this for? If you're a DIY owner chasing a chain rattle, front seal leak, or phaser code, this can save the day, but only if you're comfortable with timing work. If you run a shop, this is a cost-effective backup or loaner set so your main factory tool isn't tied up. If you only do one job a year, renting might still make sense. A few usage tips from experience. Clean the gear faces before seating the fixtures. Mark the chain and gears with paint for a sanity check. Don't rely only on paint, but it helps spot drift at a glance. Keep even torque when clamping. After tensioning, rotate the engine 2 full turns by hand in recheck marks before first start. If anything feels off, stop and re-index. It's faster than pulling the cover twice. Overall, this timing gear holder retainer kit does what it claims for the M276 and M278 crowd. It won't replace good procedure, but it makes that procedure a lot less nerve-wracking. If you expect aerospace machining, you'll be disappointed. If you want a solid clamp that holds timing while you service the front end, it earns its keep. If this was useful, hit subscribe and drop a like so I can keep making honest tool reviews and walkthroughs.